Enduring agonizing physical pain, the female elephant seal struggles with a gruesome wound. Combined with the tearing pain of childbirth, it makes the young mother cry out endlessly. Her body hasn't even recovered from giving birth before she's targeted by an in-heat male elephant seal. He doesn't care about her feelings at all. His nearly 3-ton body forcefully crushes the helpless pup. Such a difficult situation is just the beginning of this nightmare. For the annual mating season, male elephant seals risk their lives to secure their spot early. Every year, from January to March is their peak breeding season. For this massive beach party, elephant seals migrate 13,000 kilometers to the California islands. But to get a ticket to the shore, they first need permission from the great white sharks. Because the female elephant seals are pregnant, their swimming speed is heavily limited. As the ocean's apex predator, great white sharks usually won't attack agile prey. They know very well that pregnant females need to constantly stop and rest, and these pauses give the sharks the perfect chance for a sneak attack. The great whites' teeth are as sharp as surgical scalpels. Once a female is targeted, she has almost zero chance of survival. The flowing blood of the elephant seal dyes the ocean water red. This scent of blood makes the shark instantly enter a frenzy. Their feeding style doesn't require any chewing. The razor-sharp teeth tear and rip the prey apart. Chunks of seal meat are swallowed whole. Elephant seals are made up almost entirely of fat, so every single bite is packed with calories. A great white shark can eat hundreds of pounds of meat in just one meal. With all this energy from the elephant seal for the next 2 weeks, it basically won't need to eat again. Even so, the vast majority of pregnant females successfully make it to shore. As an expectant mother, she is incredibly lucky. But who could have guessed that the real nightmare has only just begun? This beach is controlled by an alpha male elephant seal. Elephant seals are highly polygamous. Each territory has at least hundreds of females. As the beach master, he will mate with every single female here. Only the strongest giants are allowed to have this mating right. To guard his massive harem, the male elephant seal has to stay battle-ready at all times. To defend his territory, he completely stops eating from the day he arrives on shore. But during his reign, there are always younger males scheming to take over the throne. Elephant seals move by dragging their bodies, and their shaking fat creates massive shockwaves. These shockwaves travel through the sand at extreme speeds. The beach master knows exactly what this rhythmic vibration means. It is a declaration of war. Once he senses danger approaching, the alpha male will use a very bizarre roar to intimidate his rival. He stuffs his long nose right into his mouth, and as airflow passes through his nose and throat, it creates an intense vibration. This heavy resonance echoes in his massive mouth like a built-in amplifier. It literally sounds like a deep diesel engine roaring, and it has insane penetrating power. This battle cry can be heard for miles. His rivals will actually judge his size and strength based on the rhythm and pitch of the sound and then decide if it is really worth a duel. But this kind of intimidation only works on the young rookies. If he runs into an opponent who is just as big and tough, a brutal bloodbath is unavoidable. To protect his harem, the beach master has no choice but to accept the challenge. A male elephant seal measures around 13 to 16 feet long and can weigh a massive 3 tons. Their fights are entirely based on heavy slamming and vicious bites. With every headbutt, the impact force is thousands of pounds, which is roughly equal to 4 peak prime Mike Tyson's throwing a punch all at once. The fat around the male's neck is several inches thick. Scars from years of brawling have formed heavy calluses, which are super effective at absorbing the damage from these violent collisions. But their 4-inch fangs are incredibly sharp. Every single bite leaves a horrific bloody wound. After weeks of non-stop mating, the beach master's energy is severely depleted. Facing the relentless attacks of the invader, he eventually has to retreat in defeat. Once the king falls, his harem is about to face an absolute nightmare. The newly crowned beach master will ruthlessly bully every single female on the shore. Even the heavily pregnant mothers are not safe from him. He wants to make absolutely sure that he is the father of every single pup. As the new king, he has to fend off challengers from all directions. At his peak, he's fighting over 60 battles a single day. The continuous fighting, combined with non-stop mating, means his body is completely exhausted every single day. The females weigh only 1/10 of what the males do, so if a male targets them, it is almost impossible to escape. As for the fallen king, how could he just willingly hand over his entire family? But the only thing he can do right now is rest and recover. Meanwhile, the females who got pregnant last year are finally starting to give birth. A newly born Pup weighs around 80 pounds. Right after birth, the first thing the mother does is build a strong emotional bond with her baby. By making special calls, they memorize each other's voices. On this highly crowded beach, smell and sound are the only ways to recognize her pup. From the exact moment it is born, the little guy only has one single month to grow up, and during this short time, he needs to. Elephant seal milk is incredibly rich, and its fat content is off the charts. For context, regular cow's milk only has a fat content of. From the moment they give birth, mother elephant seals stop eating completely. Every day, they convert their own body fat into high-calorie milk for their pups. During this time, the mom's weight drops drastically, and the new beach boss won't give her a moment to rest. Females who just gave birth are often pinned down by the ruthless males before they're even ready to mate. The massive difference in size leaves the females with absolutely zero chance of escaping. The male elephant seals have an intense drive. In a single day, they can mate with multiple females, sometimes even breaking records. But it's not like every male gets the chance to mate. Statistics show that only a small percent of males get to monopolize the beach, while the rest are forced to just watch from the sidelines or try a sneak attack. Some of the younger male elephant seals might go their whole lives without ever mating, but their drive is just as strong, so out of desperation, they set their sights on the younger females hiding at the edge of the beach. Because of the massive size difference, the females have almost no way to escape, with nearly 2 tons of weight crushing down on them. This can easily become a fatal encounter, since they can't conquer the main beach. These young males will repeatedly target the exact same female, but because they lack experience, they often leave the females bruised and battered. If she can't break free, there's a huge chance she will be literally tortured to death. Meanwhile, the defeated beach boss hasn't gone far. He's been lurking right by the coast, waiting for his chance at revenge. The non-stop action has left the new boss totally exhausted every single day. After just 2 weeks of ruling the beach, he is completely burned out and running on empty. The old boss spots his chance and strikes hard. In order to protect his territory, the new boss has no choice but to drag himself up to fight. After resting for a few days, the former champion is back at full strength, but the current boss is totally drained from all his hard work. To save his own life, he has to turn and run away. The true king has returned. He's finally taken back control over his beach and his females. Even though the temporary boss lost, he still managed to get most of the females on the beach pregnant. He might not have held the throne for long, but in a way, he didn't really lose. The returning champion roars to the sky, letting everyone know who the real boss is. Now he needs to erase the other guy's scent and reorganize his territory. The only problem is, most of the females have already given birth, and the male's rampage could easily be fatal for the babies. His 2-ton body is basically like a car driving over the little pups. Statistics actually show that 1 in 10 pups will get crushed to death by an adult male after a solid month of feeding. The pups explode from 80 pounds at birth to around 300 pounds. But for the moms, giving birth and nursing has left them totally drained. They lose about half a ton in just a single month. Once they stop producing milk, it means mating season has officially begun. After they finish mating, the moms head back to the ocean to get some much-needed food. And unfortunately, this goodbye is forever. Watching their moms swim away, the little guys can't follow them. At this stage, the pups still don't know how to swim, so jumping in now is basically a death sentence. With the milk supply completely gone, the pups get super anxious. To avoid starving to death, a massive milk stealing operation begins. They'll even chase away other pups that are trying to eat. But if a mother catches them, they're definitely getting a serious beating. Stealing milk is actually pretty common, but picking the right target is the key. This mother is completely clueless about the sneaky switch. Instead, she gets angry and chases away her own baby. Once the sneaky pup succeeds, it happily feasts. Only about 1 in 1,000 pups actually pulls off this tricky little strategy. With the milk from their new mom, the clever pup starts growing super fast again, which heavily boosts its chances of surviving. As for the pups that can't steal milk, they don't always starve. Some moms who lost their own babies will actually adopt these abandoned little orphans. The lucky little guys finally get a full stomach, and the grieving mom gets to be a mother again. After 3 crazy months of breeding season, the crowded beach slowly goes back to normal. The beach boss has finished his massive task, but sadly, his time is up. Because he pushed his body to the absolute limit, he likely won't survive the swim back. But in the end, their only real purpose in life was to pass on their genes.